It's Bryckzz, and I know I haven't posted a video in a while because right after I posted those first few videos, I got real busy, started a new job like right then, and I've had a friend getting married, so there's been a lot going on with that. But we are back, and I'm excited to get back to the Songs of War series because I left myself kind of on a cliffhanger, because I still haven't finished it. I promise. I don't know what happens to the rest of the series. I've only seen episodes 1 through 3. But before we get started with the Songs of War series, I wanted to say you guys have been nuts with watching the videos. Like just those few that I posted before, we've got the channel to like 10,000 views, I think, as like a week ago. We sailed right past 100 subs, and we're well on our way to like 200 subs. I think we're like 20 away or something like that. I've looked at it in a while, to be honest, but thank you guys for that. That's completely awesome. Like, couldn't be happier about it. Blown all my expectations out of the water. That being said, I have watched the first 3 episodes back, so it's all fresh in my mind and I know what's going on, so I'm caught up and I got all the characters in my head, so it's not like I'm going to be trying to remember what happened. And if I'm being completely honest, watching my boy Hawken die for the second time, it hurt a little bit more. I'm not gonna lie, it hurt a little bit more. But I've read through all the comments. You guys obviously continue to crush it with the comments. I've looked through all of them, read them all over. I got all the knowledge. I don't think there's a single thing that's happened in the first 3 episodes that you guys haven't updated me on. So like I've got all the information at this point, so I have no excuse, but I'm still not gonna remember names. I'm gonna be completely honest. But other than that, good job not spoiling it. Like I said, I still haven't seen it and I want that novel experience. And quick shout out to the couple people that I've caught in the comments that are like, hey, when's your next video coming out? Where you been? It's been a while, you haven't posted a video. Like, shout out to you guys, because you're out there motivating me to stay on the grind. And I appreciate it. It hasn't gone unnoticed, but super nice of you. But the answer to that question is right here and right now, because we're gonna get into episode 4. I cannot tell you guys how excited I am to be watching this again. I'm ready to see what happens. You guys have hyped it up a lot. I expect a lot. My girl. You forget how good they are at this. It's crazy. Okay, with the creepy vibes right away. You die in the game, you die in real life. But okay, we start off hot with a nightmare, obviously, from Abbigail. Having some kind of look at, like, I feel like she has this like inbred thought process of like the bad guys are coming. Why? I don't know. Maybe she's been hanging out with Mr. Finch a little too long. That guy kind of sucks. He still sucks. But, she's not feeling great right now. But we'll see where this leads to.
Now listen here, you thieves.
Speak of the devil.
Straight to the Etheria car, and they're gonna hunt you down.
Jalkar.
Go back inside,
Jalkar.
girl. There's no need to hurt yourself with that knife.
Put the stone down and leave.
Try not to lose it again.
The boy.
I'm gonna give you one last chance, girl.
Game on. He kind of nice with it. She kind of nice too.
Not bad, kid. But I don't have time for this.
their fighting scenes are top tier. As again, it's Black Plasma Studios is obviously just incredible what they do. Like we've said that 1,000 times at this point, but not only are they taking the Minecraft world, putting characters into it, creating this story, but even just the little things they're so good at, like just the camera movements and you know how they like take those little breaks in the combat to like emphasize like what's happening, like, oh, this guy's realizing like, yo, she can kind of fight, like it's about to go down, and then she starts coming at, like, it's so well put together. Is this Lucan? Awareness, I like it.
You've gotta be the worst necromancer I've ever seen.
Sorry to disappoint you, but this was just a trap.
And what were you trying to catch?
Necromancers. Like yourself!
I'm not a necromancer, you idiot! I'm hunting them!
So am I! A Thalena?
A
Friends?
human. That would explain the poor eyesight.
Oh, my eyesight is bad? You attacked me first!
Only because you had all this stuff! What is all this?
I was hoping to draw out the necromancers.
Necromancers aren't interested in rotten flesh. You'll just attract the undead.
I think I may have attracted both.
Okay then.
See, my plan... Whoa, wait a minute! Where'd you go?
Poor Lucan, man. Never has it easy. Okay.
Well, this night's just a ton of fun. Climbing trees, chased by zombies. What's next? Hey, where'd you go?
Quiet! Why do you follow me?
Other than fleeing for my life, I need your help.
What do you expect him to do?
I can tell. Come on inside.
Oh, she's fully set up in here.
What is all this stuff?
Don't touch anything. So, why were you after necromancers?
Ever since I survived the attack on the basalt mines, I've...
Wait, so you're the survivor from the basalt mines? You must be Lucan. What happened? What was their attack strategy like?
Whoa, hey, look, lady. I don't know anything about attack strategies or necromancer plots. I just got forced into this.
Poor Lucan, man.
I'm not a warrior. Or a hero. I'm just someone trying to get by in life. And right now that means hunting necromancers.
I'm surprised the
Honest.
leaders of Felden finally acknowledged their existence. I've been after them for years.
Perhaps we could work together?
I work better alone. You can
Oof.
stay the night, but tomorrow you're on your own.
Yeah, I'm probably better off alone as well.
Bro, why she gotta do my man's Lucan like that? I keep saying, poor Lucan. Every time we see this man's, he is going through it. He's got it as hard as he can possibly get it. Like, he's just out there, he's already been forced in a situation where now he's just, you know, a necromancer slash zombie hunter. Not by choice. He was forced into the mines, not by choice. So all this has just been thrown at him, and he's like, all right, I'll make do with it what I can. Like, I'm gonna embrace it. And then he finally meets someone who's like, oh, we're doing the same thing. And she's like, nah, I'm good. Like, I'm gonna do me. Like, you clearly don't seem like you know what you're doing, so I'm just gonna let you, you know, scurry on your way. This man is living a hard life. Again, I don't know what his crime was, but he's still regretting it. That face. He's got a wither skeleton skull though, and those are not easy to come by. So, you know, there's that.
Lucan?
Don't act surprised. You told him to leave.
Where'd I put my map?
You mean this old thing?
Oh, he's
Hey,
still here.
Give me that! I told you that I'm hunting the necromancers alone.
Hunting with this bow? Look, we both might be more of the lone wolf type, but right now we have a common goal. We might as well use that and work together.
Fine. But once we locate the necromancer base, you're out of here.
Deal. What was your name again?
Nika. Don't slow me down, Lucan.
Alright, so I like this. Like I was just saying, they're two people on the same mission. Obviously, he doesn't have as much knowledge as she does. She's like an Ethelina or something. They mentioned it. I don't know what it was. Something along those lines. I assume it's another, like, you know, kind of race like the Ardonia in this world. But, you know, we'll see. We'll see. But, you know, they're teaming up. He had to show like a little bit of, you know, his clever wit and say, you know what? You think you're all that, but, you know, I got a little tricks I can bring to the table if we work together. You know, it doesn't have to be a whole thing, but, like, you know, power in numbers. We can do this. Let's just team up for the moment and, you know, see what we can make happen. I like that. I like that. The
Look,
main
Senn,
man.
We are approaching Oakendale.
Oakendale? Where's that?
We are in Concord, the nearest kingdom to Sandaria.
He still talks cool. Oakendale.
What are they?
Those are Magnorites. Do not make eye contact, Senn.
Okay. That dude's already mad.
Stay close behind me. Even capital cities can be rough.
Well, I assume this is a human settlement with the Magnorites that are there doing work. I don't even have to say it. Just like, wow. Well done. This looks great. You know, it's one of those things where you can, in Minecraft, you can take a bunch of random buildings you'd find from other videos and put them all together next to each other. But this has that, like, immersion factor to it, where everything's kind of got the same scheme going on. It looks like the same people kind of moved through this town building by building and built it, not like in Minecraft, but like as in an actual world. Like, it all has the same kind of architecture and stuff to it. Same color palette, all the same kind of blocks that they use in the game. And, like, it just looks so good. And it blends right in with the nature and the trees and stuff. I feel like we got some players here we might meet at some point.
We are cleared for travel to Crown Peak.
Wait, so we're traveling further? We must be at the end of the world by now.
Senn, we have barely crossed a fifth of Ardonia. We've not even left the north.
What is this place? Thalleous, where are we going?
To the other side of the world. Beyond the heart of Ardonia.
The teleporter or something? Because that would
Hold
be
on,
sick.
Senn. things might get a little bright. And loud. Oh, you'll see.
Keep all hands and feet inside of the vehicle. Okay.
Welcome to Crown Peak.
The other dude just walks up casually and just zooms out of there. Once again, what a landscape. Like, again, the same kind of architecture and color palette and all the stuff, similar blocks that blends right into the background. Like, the areas of the world are very themed, which I assume are on purpose so that you can kind of tell like where you're at along the storyline, so that every time they go to one of these locations, they don't have to be like, hey, we are now here, just so the viewer knows, or hey, now we are traveling to here. Like, it's all very, very one and the same in a certain area, so that you know like what kind of general area, I keep saying area, but location, you can tell what location they're in based off of like the buildings and the mountains and stuff in this place, as opposed to like the trees that were running on the mountain or like the hills and stuff behind them before. So they get so well done.
Back when the Ender Knights used to rule Ardonia, Crown Peak was the Ender King's seat of power. But the last king, Rendor, split the world into 6 kingdoms after the people rebelled.
Why is one flag missing?
That would be Carthan. Not so long ago, they attacked their neighboring kingdom, Cydonia, and withdrew from the Union.
Also, I like how they're setting up this kind of storytelling, because you have Thalleous, who knows all of these things, and he's been to all these places, obviously, you know, he knows the backstory behind everything, and they're using Senn as like the unknowledgeable character to say, hey, we need to explain how these things all work and like the certain backstory or why we're going to this certain place or doing what we're doing. And we're going to use Senn as a character to ask a bunch of questions, because he doesn't have knowledge of all this stuff the same way that Thalleous does. So in this way, Thalleous gets to explain it to Senn while also kind of explaining it to the viewer, kind of catching them up on the information that they need to know right away, so that the story going forward continues to make sense. And you don't have to go to like some outside resource to say, hey, why did they do this? Or why are they in a certain area? Or what was going on with these certain characters? Or like, where is the king now? Or that kind of stuff. They're using it as a way to create like an exposition to like, you know, inform the viewer of what's going on and what's happening, without having to directly have like a voiceover come in and say, so now they're doing this, and then let it go on, and then now they're doing this. Like, they're doing it all within the video itself. Beautiful.
I can tell you all about it later. Now keep up, Senn. We're almost there.
I also really like this dynamic. I feel like Senn has a big role to play later on. He's being trained right now by like the master.
Thalleous and Taris.
Solomon?
Okay.
What do you want, Thalleous?
That is a conversation best held in private.
Thalleous, what kind of trouble are you brewing, my old friend? Well, quit standing around with a dumb look on your face and come on in.
Gonna be all friendly now. You were not 10 seconds ago.
Running dry. The undead have been increasing in numbers, and there's even word of a necromancer group on the rise. Out of all this madness, you're worried about an army that disappeared 150 years ago.
Solomon, if you fought the Voltaris as I once did, you would know that they are more dangerous than all these other threats combined.
Yeah, the Great War. The war's over, Thalleous.
Got him.
Keep your nose out of trouble, kid.
Guy knows some stuff. Got some
This
secrets.
here is the greatest house in Crown Peak. Most expensive, too. Frankly, I deserve it, considering all I've had to deal with keeping my business alive.
Big flex.
Only thing is, you gotta mind the drop. 25 meters straight down. There was a time when Indanites ruled the land and their dragons soared the skies. The Nether clashed in battles of unimaginable force. The undead were a menacing threat to be feared, and even the Ardonia clans wielded great songs of power. That time is over.
I believe that time is coming again.
Dun, dun.
I need you to safeguard a prime song. Can you do that for me, Solomon? Can you safeguard this?
Yes, I've got it.
I get a bad vibe already.
Will that be all, Thalleous?
That will be all, Solomon. Thank you for your help.
Yes, that's what I do.
All right, so right away, they had some conversation with this Solomon dude while they showed when they showed Senn kind of walking around, kind of peeking into all this guy's stuff before he came and closed the door. And Solomon and Thalleous were having a conversation about something. They don't really explain what it was, but clearly they have some kind of history together. Like, he came here to Solomon for a reason, and it was to ask him to hold on to the prime song. But right away, he had that same kind of vision that Senn had when, like, the prime song came out. Like, he got that super focus on it. I feel like that's just a bad vibe. They didn't have to say anything about it. They didn't have to mention it. But, like, it was just a weird energy I got from that. So I don't know how I feel about that right now. But, you know, they're here, and this guy clearly knows his stuff. He does some potions of some sort. He knows the stuff that Thalleous does. Thalleous has these people kind of planted all around the world that are like his go-to guys. And I feel like Solomon's another one of them. The same way that Ascivian was. But we'll see how it plays out. But I don't know how I feel about this guy just yet.
I don't trust this guy, Thalleous.
Boom.
Not one bit.
He may seem difficult, but he is good at what he does. Nearly all of his life, he's run a black market potion business without being discovered. A skill which I am counting on.
Play a dirty cop.
Senn. We have another long journey back home.
So pretty much, they just, you know, had a conversation about exactly what I just said, but now we know what he does. He's a black market, you know, potion dealer. But, you know, still don't know how I feel about him, but, you know, I feel like I hit that one right on the head.
Ooh, I was about to send for a doctor. You've been out all day. Easy there, Abigail. You're in no condition to be moving about just yet.
The Dragonstone.
Those thieves made off with it. Don't let it trouble you. You know, this is what happens when we meddle with affairs that don't concern us. We're farmers, after all.
No,
What did you just say?
I'm not a farmer. I'm going after that stone. If we try to alert Etheria, it'll be too late. But Sam and I can track them while their trail is fresh.
Abigail, I forbid you to do this.
I know you do. And I'm sorry. Come on, Sam.
Abigail!
Abigail's the GOAT. We like Abigail. So in this episode, we start off strong. Right out the gate, Abigail's in a nightmare of this like netherworld confrontation with the wither skeletons and Voltaris and the nether guys, you know, the big bad. She sees that in her head, and you know, she falls over the edge and she wakes up. And then right after having this dream about the bad guys, she walks outside and then starts to, you know, toss her sword around a little bit with Jalkar. Thank gosh, not Grim, because we love Grim and we love Abigail. So I don't know how I would have felt if that went down. But luckily it was Jalkar. I'm not as attached to him. I'm not gonna lie to you. Don't have as strong feelings. Grim is still the man. But yeah, that goes down, and then, you know, obviously it doesn't go too well. It's never good when your characters are fighting each other. But then it skips right into Lucan making a new friend out in the woods. I believe her name was Mina. She's a new race of people that were introduced into this world, the Ephelina. I don't know names. We've been over this. It is what it is. But you know, he uses little cleverness, and you know, he finds a new buddy. They're gonna team up. They're gonna go after these necromancers and stuff that are attacking the mines. You know, she obviously knows something about him. He has no idea who she is, but I feel like they're gonna make a solid team. Like, they're gonna come together. They're gonna do some big things. I'm excited for that. And then we get the long drawn out scene of Thalleous and Senn traveling to see the homie Solomon, kind of sketchy guy who sells, you know, potions on the side, but we don't talk about that, and he doesn't talk about that, so he's real good at it apparently. But they do a lot of explaining along the way. I could not tell you the name of Bryckzz something where the Ender Dragon guy was. They do a lot of explaining. I'll watch the video over again in my own time just to make sure I got it all down, but leave a comment, let me know anything that I did not catch right away. And then right after that, they go off. Abigail has her little moment of glory after the nightmare, after the scrap with Jalkar. She's like, you know what? I have some bigger things out there in the world I need to do. This Mr. Finch guy kind of sucks. So, you know, we're just going to pretend he doesn't exist anymore, and we're going to move on with our lives and we're going to go crush it. So her and the homie Sam, the puppers, the goodest boy, they run off, and, you know, they're going to do the whole adventure thing. But we like Abigail, so we're okay with that. We're excited to see where she goes with this, but they're still setting up a lot of things for the second half of the season, it looks like. And there's gonna be some big things coming. I feel it, and I'm excited for it, and I'm ready for it. But that's, you know, where this episode ended. You know, you get that to be continued screen, you die a little inside because you're like, I just want more, and I just want more. Like, keep it coming. But you know, we'll wait. We'll give you guys some time to get some comments in. And you know, now that episode 4 is up, it's gonna get posted. And then we're going to give it a day or two so you can get some more comments in. You guys always crush it. So keep it coming. Keep it going. And then we're going to get right into episode 5, hopefully in the next day or two. And we'll keep cruising from there. Aside from that, Black Plasma Studios, obviously incredible. All the shots, you know, all the cities and like the landscapes and all the color grading and the cinema effects and the fights. And they're obviously just so good at it. I'm like their biggest fan. And like, I'm not mad at it. I'm a happy fan. You know, they're doing a great job. So link to them as always will be down below. To the original video, if you don't want to hear me talking over all sorts of stuff and you just want to watch it straight up yourself, more power to you. I'm not going to stop you. Go give them another view. Make sure you like their video. As well as I'll leave a link to their homepage as well, so you can see all the other stuff they're doing. They do incredible stuff. You don't need me to tell you. You can just watch the video. You can tell that for yourself. But aside from that, thanks again for all the views and the likes and the subs and the comments. You guys are crushing it. So please keep it going. I love every second of it. Would never argue with it. But I think that's all I got for you today. Thank you guys for watching. You have a good one.